I have 8 minutes to go through 88 slides. I was not joking. So you guys ready? Yes! Here we go. So Colorado crash course to tree care. I do run Preservation Tree Care. Humble beginnings. That was Jonah at 2 years old, helping me out on a job site. Him growing up here and teaching him how to climb. It's so fun to go climbing with them. This is me, working here. Here we go. After 20 years in the business, I feel like a master in the business, and a master knows that he is the student. So I learn every day. So what do you need to know about trees? One, you got to plant them right. If you screw up your planting, you're screwed from the start. So I'm not going to go into this stuff. You'll get it at the end, how quick this is going and what you need to know. So proper planting is huge. You got to cut those roots, or again, you're going to end up with a tree that is not in good shape very quickly, because it ends up strangling the tree. Then you end up with that. So as above, so below. The root system is so key in the health of the tree. So we want to improve the root system. What is our environment here in Colorado? This is not a very hospitable environment for trees. But what happens when trees thrive? They grow. So do you prune? Call the guy that'll do this to your tree. Yeah. Or just leave it, to their druthers. Oh my gosh. Or let Mother Nature take care of it for you. So we practice formative pruning. We practice structural pruning. That is, we recommend pruning once every 5 years at a minimum, from the time that they are little until, forever pretty much, until the time they die. That's going to set them up so that Mother Nature doesn't prune them and that they grow strong and healthy. We use proper cutting techniques. There is a science to arboriculture, people. You hire somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, you're going to end up injuring the tree. That's a living being that is not replaceable, especially a big old one. So here's some before and afters of pruning. We take out some of the central, more pruning, proper cuts, more pruning. Our environment is pretty inhospitable. This was all grasslands, not many trees. And then when we plant trees in this environment, all sorts of fun things show up. Bugs, disease, nematodes, Japanese beetles. Does anybody know what this is? Mountain pine beetle. That little guy right there. So that is what has caused all that devastation up in the mountains. They have a blue stain fungus that ends up killing the tree. Ips beetle does a very similar thing down here in the Front Range. You'll see a spruce tree that the top dies. This is preventable.
Wow.
Yep.
Across the street from my house.
Yeah. Zimmerman pine moth, another destructive pest. So we have lots of bugs. Lilac ash borer, not emerald ash borer, but lilac ash borer. Yep. Scale on elms. You'll actually touch a branch and have blood on your hands. It's crazy looking. Yep. Kermes scale, similar. Mites, gnarly. I know, there's all sorts of fun things that affect trees. This is what I love. This is what I do. Yeah. More bugs. There's so many things that affect trees. Who is this? Does anybody know who this is? John. It's a ladybug larva.
Oh.
Yep. This is actually a good guy. What happens when humans intervene and play God? Bad things. So the adventures of people playing God, we've drugged this little guy from China to the U.S. Thanks. $2.5 billion in damages in the U.S. from that little guy. Not that one, but that. Yeah, you should see him. You saw him in a suitcase, right? He's a nasty dude. What do we do? Don't move firewood. Hey, there's a public announcement for you guys. Don't take firewood from the mountains, bring it down here. Don't take your firewood from someplace and bring it to your friend's house somewhere else. Right now in Boulder, they do have that ash borer. It's here. And if that firewood, it's under federal quarantine. If it moves from Boulder here, we've got it. The last place it was 600 miles away before it hit Boulder.
Wow.
So you can guess how it got here. Right? So what do we do? Treatments. Go on the defense or the offense, right? We use this system and systems similar to this to where we don't have to put a whole bunch of chemical out into the in the environment. We can actually come up and just like you go to the doctor and get a shot, we can give your tree a shot and prevent that emerald ash borer from really hitting it. EAB is a pretty big deal, so you know, Japanese beetle. It started in Cherry Hills Village, and it has spread now through Denver. It is gnarly, nasty ugliness. So we can talk more about how to deal with that guy. The diseases, powdery mildew. You guys have probably seen it in the garden. Happens to trees. We can deal with this. So what do I do about all this stuff? Here's an organic product. This is a bacteria that will deal, streptomycin. Yep. So this will deal with a lot of things. Our philosophy is use organic products when we can, and only use chemicals when absolutely necessary. So there's these little guys in the environment. Again, this is an organic product, neem oil, trees saving trees. From the neem tree, we get that oil. What else do we have to deal with in Colorado?
Hail.
Mr. Jury, there you go. Yep, hail, nasty, nasty damage. Yep, hail, yeah. Old age, drought stress, right? Heat stress, fall freezing, late spring snows. There's all these things that are affecting trees. There's a tree that was perfectly healthy before 2014. The freeze hit, done. Huge 80-foot tree, just gone.
That's sad.
So if you guys had enough of this stuff yet, tree splitting, snows, oh man, what do we do? Should have seen that coming. What do we do with all this stuff?
You called that man.
Learn it or hire a professional. So.